We have some members of the Good Luck Sample Transformation Partners. They are here with Salute You National Coordinator, Reverend Dr. Silas Success, and all that. They're all here. The National Director of Religious Affairs, Bishop SDO Nwa is here. Legal Advisor, Barrister Testimony, Becky Mayer is here. National Director, Contact and Mobilization, Comrade Fidelis Nweke is all here. National Director of Logistics, Honorable Mrs. Tawada Eta is also here. And I don't have to, there's no more time, no much time, but I must tell you, we really have to excuse these gentlemen. More also, our own Dr. Sam Amadi, who has been here since 10 o'clock. He can't come early and be wasting all his own time, the chief executive. Otherwise, there'll be no light this weekend. So better let him go. But I know very well that past queens are here. We have Queen Abike Blessing Aledora. You're here, the first girl democracy of 2014, we heard of you. Queen Madonna Nduji is here, and Ambassador Roland Wala is here, and the Face of Culture and all that, all here. Thank you very much. I'll now invite my own queen. Somebody said Queen Mother, somebody said Majesty, some have all that. But I would say simply, she is born to live, born to survive, born to deliver a message to humanity. Hence, she did not die in that accident that claimed more than 7 people. I now present to you, Face of Democracy.
Thank you very much. Good day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, members of the high table, and the press. I'm very happy to be here today. In fact, I can't forget to recognize my father, who is right here in person. I'm very happy to have you here. It shows how much love you have for me. I also want to thank everybody who made it here to make this program a success. They must have said so many things to thank God for my life after the accident. Now it's my turn to say I'm grateful to God for saving my life. I wish to thank the Face of Democracy organization who made me stand here today as their queen. Not forgetting Fajak. Where are you? I want to see you. Okay, let's use Alex to represent Face of Democracy organization. I want to thank the special advisor to the President on political matters who made his way here, despite all the tight schedule he had, and Professor Nick Eze, including Professor Onyekaba and Reverend Dr. Silas Success. I'm happy you're here. Thank you very much to all those whose names you were mentioned and all those who weren't here mentioned. You're all dear to my heart. Thank you. Okay, I just want to say something about peace in Nigeria today. I'll start by letting us know that democracy has ceased from just being the government of the people, by the people and for the people. It has turned out to be the expression of the will of the people. In 1999, about just 65% of people in Nigeria actually were clamoring for democracy. But today, we have more than 85% of Nigerians and Africa generally clamoring for democracy. Nigeria has ceased from being a neglected voice to an influential voice in the global economy. It has come to stand today to be in our global community, a voice that is well recognized by people. People want to associate with us for the oil and gas, the energy, the economy we have, for things we produce. We are very, very creative people. I want to tell us that all this could not have come to pass if we didn't have peace in our midst. Despite the fact that we have insurgencies clamoring around our society today, I believe that if we come together as one again, we will enjoy the benefits of having peace in our society and the great dividends of democracy. Without taking much of your time, I wish to say something else. No nation that wants change can still build its change on the old policies in which it was built upon before the foundation fell. So today, I want to tell us, according to William Shakespeare, that we may know what we are today, but we know not what we may be tomorrow. That is why every happiness shared together never decreases. Thank you all for coming here today.
Thank you very much. First, Special Advisor the President of Political Affairs, and the rest of the chairman, acting and substantive, and other distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think, well, I came early, and even though it's getting late, I was patient to stay, or I've been patient because I totally subscribe to the vision of our sister, the PIN. Because I'm more of a left of the center liberal, I don't have, ordinarily, I don't have much stake in both the typical traditional as well as the modern beauty institutions. But I identify with her because I see beyond the crown a very deep sense of commitment and very high level of intelligence. So I would rather address her as a very intelligent, committed Nigerian and less as a beauty queen. But her project, which is peace in the country, appeals to me. When she met me with her project, I went through it and I was amazed at both the passion, the level of intelligence, and above all, the energy. You know, like the special advisor, our chairman, mentioned, when she got us, she called me and she was still talking about her project, and I was calling her to say, take it easy. You are still very young, and God has saved you. You still execute your project. So I would like to appeal to all Nigerians to continue to have that kind of optimism. You know, one of the things we need to recover, the critical resources for building our society today we need to recover, is actual optimism. Former President Reagan said, everybody can dream great dreams. Yeah. And Bush Jr. said, you don't build a country with cynicism. You don't build anything without optimism. So yes, we are a much beleaguered nation. We have problems, we have issues, but we just can't solve them except we are optimistic. Our keynote speaker, I would like to believe he is Professor Eze, I guess. Did a great job looking at the normative debate around democracy. I do recall very well that as a doctoral student at Harvard in the few years ago, like 5-10 years ago, the debate was on Fed state. And the idea was, what's the index of Fed state? One of the index people pointed to easily, Freedom House list, was primarily the state of conflict. There was issue about what we call normal conflict and hypernormal conflict. I would argue that in spite of terrorism, it seems to me that Nigeria is largely a peaceful country. If you focus on low-level conflicts among people in group, our group conflict is it's not too high. What may be high is conflict against a country like the Boko Haram terrorism, but internally, we're not much a conflictual country. But I think we are perhaps an undisciplined country among the people ourselves. Prof talked about the paradox between China and India, which is, does democracy produce development? Or do you need authoritarian regime to produce democracy? And the argument was clear. India, the world's largest democracy, seeming like chaotic. China, the world's perhaps largest non-democracy, seeming organized. But I think that, no argument, democracy is the best sustainable model of governance. But the ingredients people forget is that democracy itself is a disciplined idea. Discipline of institutions and rules. And I think the biggest achievement of this government, in my view, is that it has created for us a regime of rules that allow disputes and contestations to happen within a very clear rule framework. So, moving forward, the way to guarantee peace for us, I would argue, we should be more disciplined, allow rules. And finally, what makes a difference between countries that are endemically conflictual and those that are not is that expectations are within rules. So we're going into a political year. those who lose election accept the primacy of rules. I was a special advisor to the Senate President when Obama election happened. And we were part of I used to be an expert for the National Democratic Institute. And it's clear that even within the party, the National Democratic Party, the Democratic Party in the US, there were big debates between Obama and Clinton people. But when they went to the process of closure, where the lawyers interpreted the rules, that big fight ended with a simple procedure that everybody respected. So my argument, whether at the local level, at the world level, at the chief institution, is that as long as we respect that the rules should be above everybody, our conflicts will never lead to breakdown of law and order. So I would say that going back home, no matter what happens 2015 or 2016 or 2018, let us remember that when you build a republic of rules, you are more likely going to have a more sustainable governance, whether democratic or non-democratic, like in China or like the US. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sam Amadi, Chairman, the National Electricity Regulatory Agency Commission. Please, once again, put your hands together for him. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in our midst is a member of the National Assembly, a member of House of Reps, representing Ihimemba Itubo Manubo Federal Constituency, Honorable Professor Chudi Uwazurike is here with us. Please put your hands together. We have 2 minutes, and I'm so happy that Dr. Madi really adhered to that plea of not more than 2 minutes. God bless you. And I invite Dr. Paddy Njoko to give us his own goodwill message. That's the Chairman NECO.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Chairman NECO, but I think for the purpose of this gathering, I am the National Dean of Ambassadors for Peace. And when I saw this young lady talking peace, I was very much attracted. We have a lot of resources, mental resources, natural resources. In fact, Nigeria is a geological scandal. God exaggerated in creating Nigeria. In the caliber of people he put here, in the caliber and quantity of resources he put here. But unfortunately, we have a peace deficit. And with all the resources, material and mental, once there is no peace, those resources do not take their full meaning and significance. I want to commend the young lady. It is interesting that God, in his infinite mercy, decided not to take her away at this time in that accident so that she could stay and put together a forum like this. I would like us to make more meaning out of it by please practicing peace. Tell the other man who wants to make you lose your temper that your temper is such a high commodity that you don't want to lose it. That you don't lose your temper to idiots. Secondly, if you see anybody who wants to bite you like a dog, avoid the person, because once a dog bites you and you bite back, the other dog will be a senior dog and you'll be a junior dog because you are not used to biting. If a goat gores you, don't go back because the goat has horns and you don't have horns. If we can practice these little tenets, our country will be more peaceful. Finally, try to accept these similar types. Don't tolerate them. They are not dogs, they are not animals. Accommodate them. The practice of accommodation was started in the Garden of Eden. When Adam woke up and saw somebody with a pair of breasts, nice buttocks, rounded face, and said, "This at last is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh." Even though he looked at her and saw that she looked different, God has blessed us with different tribes, and we must accept them. It's a blessing. Any bush you pass and it's just one type of tree stretching kilometers is just a plantation, it's not a forest. But when you enter a forest, small parchment of land in my village, you will see the iroko tree towering above. From the same small parchment of land, you will see the palm tree, you will see the raffia palm, you will see the ahaba, you will see the oboba, you will see the ono, you will see the cheku, you will see the ebelebe, you will see the ovro. Then you will see the akoro looking like this carpet, all feeding from the same soil, not having the same height. But the iroko is up there. When the wind blows, it blows on it first, breaks part of its branches. When the rain falls, it gathers water first, drips on the other ones under it. If it refuses to drip, it will lose its foliage and die. But if you are coming to cut the iroko, by the time you get to the stem of the iroko, the oguanamri, which is full of pikes and spines, would have gathered you. You will fall. If you fall, the viper under their coral will bite you. They protect the iroko tree. This is how life is. That is the theory of human ecology. All of us cannot be equal. All of us cannot be similar. All of us cannot be as tall as each other or as short as each other. We have a responsibility to accommodate each other and praise the Almighty God who has given us to us. Thank you.
He is a national reconciliator. Well, another brief talk from Honorable Professor Chudi Owazurike, who also taught when he was a young man. Those of you who are familiar with Ali Moscow, he was the president of the soccer sector that led over 10,000 Nigerians, and today he is a member of House of Reps. Who says big things don't start small? No wonder the young girl is starting small. Props.
Thank you very much. Let me begin by saying good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations have been issued to the organizers of this very, very remarkable event. And I want to join others in thanking God for the miraculous survival of Chioma, Rosemary. Only God can make this happen. We're glad. Who would have known when you led a delegation with others to my office not that long ago that this will be pulled off and pulled off very well. So I want to congratulate you for tenacity. In that tenacity, you've shown leadership. You and the rest of you who put this together. It's not easy to bring a stellar audience, high table, so that's this. And I want to first also begin by